Yeah, a little bit. It's always strange when you come to a place for the first time because you don't really know how big you are. You know, you don't really know how many people to expect to show up. So yeah, it's always a nice surprise. You know, yeah, it's always nice to play a full show. You know, there's nothing worse than playing in a place and it being empty. You know? So yeah, it was nice to put an extra date on, and like I said, you know, we've never been to Argentina before, and we didn't expect to do that. So that's great. Not really. We got in quite late on Monday and we went straight to a good steak restaurant, and I think I can safely say it's the best steak I've ever had in the world. It was quite incredible. But yeah, so we had a day off, just sort of caught up on a bit of sleep yesterday, but we're still here till Friday, so I'm sure after the show tonight we're going to go out and check out a few places and see what the city's all about. I mean, originally we weren't going to release it, we just wanted to film it anyway, just to have. Just for you? For ourselves, really, and you know, something to show to the grandkids, you know. And then we sort of looked back at it and thought, well, if there was going to be a live album to be released during this album period, then it had to be Wembley, really. I mean, there was nothing else that really came close, and it was kind of one of those gigs that just was perfect all round. You know, I think we played really well. The crowd were amazing, and obviously it was Wembley Stadium. It was just huge. And, you know, it was kind of strange playing in front of that many people. It was a feeling that was very different to any other show that we played before. We'd had that at festivals, but festivals are different because all the people are there to see all the bands. You know, it's not your crowd. You know, maybe if you play a festival to 100,000 people, then maybe 25,000 of those are there to see you. But you know, the other 75 are for everybody else. So at Wembley, we knew that every single one of those people that were in the crowd were there because of us, which made it a very different feeling. It made it very kind of very high pressure as well. You know, we felt quite nervous before we went on stage, more nervous than I've ever been for any other show. But then obviously once we got on stage and the whole place kind of erupted, and it was great. It was amazing. Yeah, we're still kind of writing at the moment. I mean, we have our own home studio in Italy, so we've been working in there, and it's nice because we can set everything up as if we're recording, and sort of use that as a writing period, you know, so that if we do record it, if we record everything anyway, even if we're just writing or jamming, and if there's anything that we want to keep, then it's always, you know, it's still there on the computer. So it's nice because we don't have the pressures that we've had before of, you know, booking out studios and feeling like you have to use every hour of the day because you're paying a lot of money to use a studio. Because it's our own studio, it doesn't cost us anything, so we can go in as and when we want. We don't have to rush, you know, we can work at our own pace, you know, feel like we're not under any pressure, so it's kind of working quite well. But I don't think we'll start actively recording it until probably the end of the year, or maybe even next year. No, like I said, it'd be just be an honour to meet the guy. You know, the guy's an absolute legend in football, and yeah, possibly the best football player ever to live on earth. So you know, anyone that you can say is the best in the world at something is you know, be quite nice to meet. Right. And I'm a big football fan as well, so.
Right.
Still don't forgive him for 1986 though.
How old were you then?
I was 8. I cried a lot.